Hey, what's up everybody? It's Tristan Barracks here, the digital storyteller, and I'm super excited to talk about the 7 websites I go to get epic music for my videos. Let's roll the intro, woo! The first website I would suggest to go to is the YouTube audio library. Now I know you may think that this is totally cheesy music, and I get it, but it has some really good things going for it. Number one, the YouTube audio library is completely free, which means you don't have to pay anything for any of the songs that you download. It also means that you don't have to pay royalties after using that song. The other thing that's really good about it is that it's always being updated. So, I mean, Google is really intentional about trying to keep up to date with the demands of what people are looking for. So they want people to create more content and videos for their website, which is YouTube. So they have a vested interest in creating more content and better music content for you to use. Now, here are some of its shortcomings. Number one, because it's free and because it's accessible on YouTube, tons of people use it, which means you can pick out a really cool song, but then hear it somewhere else within a couple of video clicks. It's content that constantly gets reused over and over and over again. And if you're doing this, using this content for professional purposes, you really want to think about going to a website where you may have to purchase something or you may have to pay a little bit to get access to some of the content. And that will kind of alleviate the worry that somebody else is using it or a lot of people are using this content. The songs aren't really high production value songs. They're not songs with a lot of depth, a lot of character, a lot of dynamics. It's just kind of generic. It's kind of nah. The next website I want to talk about is Premium Beats. Now, Premium Beats has a very special place in my heart. It's one of the very first royalty-free music websites I used as a professional. And the reason why I loved Premium Beats is, first of all, the quality of music was pretty good. It was actually pretty good. I found a lot of music that I could use for weddings, for corporate and commercial sort of videos I was creating, and I found it to be pretty reasonable in terms of pricing. It was around $50 to $70 for a full song, but it wasn't just a full song, it was also including the loops. Now, this may seem like a small thing, but I'm pretty sure everybody has encountered this. You find a song, it's super amazing, it sounds exactly how you want it to sound, but it's too short. Well, with Premium Beats, they kind of solve this for you because they give you a mixed and mastered song, which is about anywhere between 1 to about 4 minutes, but then they also allow you to buy just the loops or the loops with the mastered song, which essentially allows you to extend the song as long as you want because the loops are designed in a way where they actually connect together. The things that I don't love so much about Premium Beats is that you have to pay per song. This is not a subscription-based type of service. You don't pay one time and get access to their whole library and download as much as you want, unlimited amounts of time. You're paying $70, and that $70 will get you that one song, or that $120 will get you those 2 songs and the loops, and that's it. You have the full rights to those songs in the sense of you don't have to pay royalties to the creator. There's so many other websites that give you more value for your dollar that's kind of a downside of it. Throughout all the different websites you go to, there are certain websites that are really popular for certain types of music, and you have to be very aware of that when you are selecting songs for your projects, because chances are you're going to hear that music somewhere else. The third website I want to tell you about that has dope, amazing, epic music is called The Wolf. Yeah, The Wolf. The Wolf. Yo, I'm the wolf. I'm the wolf. The Wolf. Anyways, the great thing about The Wolf is that it has a giant music library, and it spans all the way from jazz music to classical music to contemporary to sound effects. It is an amazing collection of eclectic musical sounds, and I'm telling you, it's one of the best music libraries I have ever used. There are actually tons of movies and video games that have used the music in this library. The other thing that's great about it is that it comes in 1 or 2 year subscriptions. So you pay up front and then you can just go ahead and play and download pretty much as you like. It is a work in progress. What I mean by that is that it's not easy to find the music, but when you do find good music, you find a ton of good music. It is super expensive. So you're looking at about I would say roughly around $1,000 to $1,500, maybe even upwards to $2,000, depending on what membership you get, in order to get access to this library. And that's between maybe a 1 to 2 year subscription. It all depends on who you speak to and who you kind of make your deal with. It's a great library. It's probably one of my personal favorites, but you gotta also remember that you're gonna pay up front, and you're gonna pay a lot up front. The next music website that really became a very popular website this year in 2017 is Artlist. The way I describe it is kind of like the poor man's version of MusicBed, but it's actually pretty good. It's actually very good. I believe 69 to 79 American dollars, you get a whole host of music. It has a very much sort of like an indie artist vibe to it, hence the name Artlist. But the thing I like about this library is that it's really easy to find music. It's really easy to play the music and download it very quickly. The first 100 songs that you listen to within the particular genre that you're looking to find music in is pretty much dope. And it's unlimited downloading. I mean, you can't get much better than that. There are some drawbacks to using Artlist as well. The number one thing for me is that I feel like Artlist has a limited sort of selection when it comes to the genre type. Although they have a lot of different genres available in terms of searching for music, all the music still sounds pretty much the same. It's pretty much indie sort of rock meets, acoustic music. It's not really like if you're looking for R&B or hip hop or trap, or if you're looking for pop music or that pop sound or that electric sound, Artlist is not really the website for you. If you're trying to create a narrative film, Artlist is amazing for it. And that's okay, because there are a lot of other websites that do that for you. Now, the next website we're going to be talking about is the MusicBed. Now, the MusicBed is pretty much the gold standard for royalty-free music. It is phenomenal. You want to find the best music around, it is the MusicBed. They spent so much time finding amazing artists that create amazing, dope music that you would listen to on the regular, on the radio. The search functionality is great. The more that you use the MusicBed, the more it understands the type of music that you like. And it's really easy to create things like playlists, to search for specific music, and to find that music for the most part. Now, some of the drawbacks to the MusicBed is that it is a per song purchasing system, essentially meaning you pay one price for a song and you will get that song. Price will vary. So if I'm using it for my church, there's one price. If I'm using it for a wedding, there's another price. If I'm using it for a commercial, there's another price. If I'm using it for a film, there is a totally different price. But once you pay that price, then you have access to that music. They're not really diverse. They're getting more diverse, but I feel like their diversity piece in the sense of different sounds of music, they don't have a lot of. They're really good at what they're really good at, and that's it. And there's nothing wrong with that, but again, just you have to know what you're getting into. The second last website I love going to get great, amazing, epic music is Soundstripe. When I first found out about it, I didn't really like it that much. I thought it was just a glorified wedding music website. As I started to use it in the last few months, I found it to be an amazing tool that I continuously go to for my corporate brand films, for any of my wedding films that's a little bit more urban, a little bit more neo soul and feel. Soundstripe is amazing. Now, at first it seems like only one type of sound, but if you dig a little bit deeper, you'll find a lot more genres of music, a lot more sounds of music. But again, what it does well is it finds great artists and brings them together and curates it in a way where the music that you use will sound really great, and you don't want to spend hours and hours and hours going through all the music. You want to find the right song in a relatively simple and efficient way. The other thing that's great about Soundstripe is the price. I believe it's like $100 or $120 for a full year, unlimited downloads. Again, I have full access to the whole Soundstripe library, and I paid for my membership once, and I'm good to go. A lot of people use it. With these popular websites, the libraries get pretty thin pretty quickly because people use a lot of the music, and you start hearing it on websites, on commercials, all over the place. The other thing I would say is I still feel like there needs to be more diversity. I feel like the library still generally sounds the same. It has sort of the same type of sounds. It's not as robust and as diverse as our next website that we're going to talk about. So the last website I'll be talking about is called Epidemic Sound. Epidemic Sound was a website that I kind of stumbled upon doing a Google search of all things because I was looking for new and fresher music, specifically geared towards urban and soulful music. This website is amazing for hip-hop music, both old and new, for some trap, for jazz, for R&B, for pop music, for any sound that is close to R&B or pop music. You will find it here on this website. If you're only using the music for creating video content for YouTube, then there's a YouTube subscription, which is about $20 to $25. And that's great because that gives you unlimited access to their YouTube library, a total value, total bargain. It's worth every penny. I'm telling you, you will not regret spending 25 to 20 bucks per month on this service. So if you find, let's say, one or two songs you really like, there's a little icon, a looping icon that actually allows you to find similar songs like that have the same sort of beats per minute, the same tempo, the same sort of key and pitch and vibe and tone. There's no one-time subscription fee. So you have to pay per month, every single month, which is, I mean, again, it's coming off a credit card anyway, so it's not really a big deal, but I would love to be able to just pay for a one-time fee for access to the library and not have to worry about it till the next year. The other thing that I don't really love about the website is the fact that they do have tiered pricing, like I referred to before, for digital online YouTube content, which is a lot cheaper, a lot more cost effective. Well, that ends another episode of Cinecut with your host, me, Tristan Barracks. I hope you enjoyed yourself and you learned something too. If you did enjoy yourself, please give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it, as well as think about, well, not only think about, but just subscribe to my channel because there will be tons of other videos coming up shortly that will teach you things about cinematography and creating videos and color correction and editing to allow you to be creative and to produce dope stuff. So until the next time, stay creative and have a great day. Peace.